The end is nigh. What's happening, everybody? Coronavirus, it's here, unfortunately. What are we going to do to keep our reptiles going through these tough times and potentially if Australia goes in lockdown for a short period of time? Stay tuned, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be prepping for. Running around like crazy and taking toilet paper from the bloody supermarkets isn't going to help anybody, unfortunately. One thing that will be helping anybody that's into reptile keeping, and if they're running out of hand sanitizer, we've always got F10. So make sure that you've got yours on hand. I've got an extra bottle anyway, just because of the reptiles, and it's not going to hurt in these times if hand sanitizer does go a little bit wayward, because you can always make it a nice concentration, like a nice heavy concentration for the parvovirus or something like that, and that's going to help at least keep us a little bit clean. So apart from F10, animals need to eat, right? They're going to need food regardless, so now's a good time to probably stock up on those few little bit of extra food, just in case we do go into lockdown for a while. It'd be horrible if the postage system in Australia goes down as well, so for those people that order bulk food online and get it delivered to their door, maybe get your orders in now just in case. I mean, who knows what's going to be ahead, but at the same time, prepping a little bit for the worst isn't the end of the world, and worst case, you have heaps of food on hand for the animals anyway, and you can feed them up before winter. For me, that just means having loads of these buggers hanging around. I've just had a whole bunch ordered in. Got them through work, of course, but I've got larges, I've got smalls, and I have extra smalls for the smaller frogs as well. So apart from that, the other thing I'm actually doing, much to my disgust, is actually I'm going to start up another woody colony, absolutely just in case. And I'll be investing in some gloves if I can find them, and some decent ventilator masks, because I don't want to get the hives again, because there's not much fun scratching yourself all day and sneezing at the high heavens. Especially now when everybody's looking at you if you're taking a sneeze and doing a sideways flinch. Okay, so that sorts out the guys that are eating insects and everything. What about everybody else? Snakes? They need rodents. Contact your rodent breeders. Get an extra order in just before winter. The least it's happening before winter, so worst case the adult snakes can go off food for a few months. Who cares? But at the same time, I still want to get another couple of feeds in here before we clock out for the year. So I'm on my way to see my good mate Paddy tomorrow night and picking up some rodents just in case. That goes for just about everything, right? So my turtles have got to eat. I've got frozen food in there, and I've got pellet food galore. My blue tongues need to eat. I have canned food. I've got some pedigree dog food sitting there, and I've also got some canned cat biscuits, so they're going to be okay. Especially since everybody's nicking all the vegetables out of the frozen aisle down the supermarket. At least they're going to have a bit of protein for a while. When it comes to reptiles, everybody knows that you actually need to heat them up, or at least give them some UVB light. So make sure you stock up on your globes. That goes for your UV globes as well. If now's the time to change them, just do it so they're at least good for another 6 months or so. As far as heat lights go, I always buy them in bulk anyway, so I always have stacks of them sitting around. I'm pretty sweet right now. Who knows what the Australian government's got planned after all. I mean, at the end of the day, horse may have bolted on this one. We may not be going down into lockdown or whatever at all. But just be prepared, you know, it's just simple stuff. You know, if you have to spend a couple $100 now, it's not going to go wasted. It's going to be looking after your animals regardless whether you use it now or not. So just make sure you're prepared. So when it comes to this silly virus that's going around at the moment, everyone, just make sure to stay safe. Don't go to work or whatever if you're a crook. Go and get yourself checked. Just make sure that your animals are going to be looked after as well. Make sure you've got enough supplies there, so if we do have to go into lockdown for any reason, that you've actually got some gear there ready to use. And most of all, just look after each other, you know. Think about everybody else. Don't just go panicking and screwing everyone else over for products and stuff down the supermarket. But make sure you look after these little guys, because at the end of the day, you know, everyone needs to eat.